morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday morning, getting a quick early start to it today. So always right when I wake up, I immediately get my L-carnitine and my greens. Usually I take like a cold shower right before that. I did this morning, which wakes you up really quick. I take those things and then I mix up whatever I'm drinking for a pre-workout, whether that is an actual pre-workout supplement or maybe that's just some electrolytes and carbs. Right now I am taking pre-workout. And you can see by the little distribution here on the counter, looks like I'm taking a lot of random stuff, but just bear with me. I have a reason. So first, let's go through it. I have creatine, standard. Always take this stuff. And then I have these element sticks that Savannah's mom Anne graciously gave to us. So shout out Anne. These are absolutely delicious. And then for the pre-workout, I actually grabbed this stuff. It is basic supplements. It's just a very basic pre-workout, like nothing crazy. And the main reason I grabbed this one is because, well, there's lots of L-tyrosine in lots of pre-workouts. I've talked about this before on this channel, and that's great. And you feel like on top of the world during the workouts, but then you have a crash after the workout because L-tyrosine spikes your dopamine like really high, and there's always a crash after that. So in my schedule, I work out in the morning and then I sit down at my desk and I'm staring down the barrel of like another 12-hour day of sway, work, and school. And then the crash lines up with that. So if I can avoid taking L-tyrosine during my workout and just get through it, because I love working out, this stuff still tastes good, caffeine, you get fired up, loud music, all that, your dopamine's still getting spiked, you're having a good time. But then when I come back, that's when I'm taking L-tyrosine. I have a little capsule that I'll take. So then instead of big giant spike, big trough, it's a spike and then kind of just keep it the same way. So that's what we're going for. And so the reason that I have these two things here now is this is raw beta-alanine and this is raw citrulline malate. And this thing's a little low dosed on the citrulline compared to the amount of caffeine. So I only take like a half scoop and then I'm only getting a half dose of citrulline. So I take some of this to top it off. And then it also doesn't have any beta-alanine. So I have this to throw in a full scoop. And the good thing about this is this was like 25 bucks. And there's like 125 servings in there, which is ridiculous. So this honestly was very economical for me compared to buying other pre-workouts. But anyway, that's enough for now. I'm gonna mix this together and then I'm gonna get to my desk. I have a bunch of things I wanna knock off before I meet Matt at the gym. So I started talking, but my phone connected to CarPlay. That is all right because I didn't know what I was gonna say anyway. Let's hope that the phone stays upright for this little trip. I'm a little bit late for the gym right now. That's okay. This parking garage is like criminally tight. It's of feet to get out of here every single time. Oh my gosh. Like millimeters. That's all right. Got precise steering. Anyway, what did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I want to talk about, fucking hell. Wait a second. No. God. So my in-car filming system seems to be breaking down on me. I don't know how I had it rigged up before. I must be off my game, but I cannot get it to stay up for the life of me. So we're resorting to holding the phone, but not looking at the phone, keeping our eyes securely on the road so as to not endanger ourselves or others. Now I got my little filming stick thing that's harassing me. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about the idea of relentless positivity. So looking back on my past like 2 months now, I guess it's the end of October. I moved into my new place 2 months ago and I immediately got sick, and I've been sick ever since then, which is a little annoying. But on top of that, I was working my job. Things are picking up with Sway. And then I have 3 classes and the senior year project class. So 4 classes that are taking up my time at the same time. So a lot of like stress, a little bit of chaos and all that stuff. And just from being sick, I found like, I don't know, my whole life I've been like extremely energetic, positive, optimistic in every single situation. And I just found myself kind of starting to get into a cycle of like complaining about things, focusing on the negative part of something. Like if someone asks like, how's it going? Be like, good, but I'm busy, or something like that. Or like, but I wish I wasn't sick. Or if I'm going to work, like, oh, I wish I didn't have to do this. I wish I was full-time on my startup, or I wish I was done classes. All of these I wishes and just kind of complaints about my current situation and everything. And what I noticed is that like almost started to compound and make the situation worse. And I've like never really let myself get into a loop like that. And I guess I've never been under that much like stress and pressure while being completely sick as a dog. But anyway, as soon as it clicked to me, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That's not me at all. And I immediately flipped everything on its head and just started, I decided I wasn't sick anymore, which actually after a few days helped, and I basically wasn't sick until I caught this new sickness that I have right now, but that's not the point. And so like, let's take today, for example. So today, maybe like 2 weeks ago, if I was looking at this day, I would have been like, oh my gosh, okay, what's my schedule? Got up at 4:30 today. I prioritized meditating, but maybe even 2 weeks ago, I would have skipped that because I was so busy. And all right, so I have to crank out my Sway work before I start the day. I also want to film a YouTube video, and then I need to go to the gym. I got to hit that workout, and then I have to come back. I have to work my job. I have to dart out for a lab for school. I have to come back to crush another lab before, so I can submit that at night. I also need to do some other things for Sway because we have some deadlines. And I'd be like, oh, I wish I didn't have all these conflicting things. I wish I wasn't sick on top of it, blah, 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 blah. And then I go through it with a complaining, negative mindset, and I do not get the best out of myself and the day. So that's how you could go if you wanted to be negative about it. Instead, I've completely gone back to my old attitude and flipped things entirely on its head. And I'm looking at this day being like, wow, this is a fantastic opportunity. In a few years from now, when I'm successful and I've achieved everything I want to achieve, I'll have the privilege of being able to look back at this crazy time in my life and be super proud of myself and how I handled it. And I know that like the more I pull back that slingshot, the more pressure that I can like withstand and go through with a smile on my face and not kind of losing that like excitement for life and everything I'm doing.
the more I'm going to grow. So I'm thankful for that opportunity, and that makes me excited for this day. I started with a smile on my face and like an excited energy. So that's the difference. And as soon as I made this kind of change, immediate effects took place. So if you feel like you might be in one of these like negative complaint cycles, as weird as it might feel, as like pointless, just try flipping it entirely on its head and focusing on the positive part and really trying to make yourself believe that, and not even just like focusing and seeing the bright side. If there is no bright side and there's only negatives, just keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything to other people. Like I found myself telling people I'm sick, telling people I'm busy. You don't want to be putting that out there, because the thoughts in your head are one thing, and then what you're actually putting out to other people is an entirely other thing. So yeah, that's kind of my thought and rant for the day. I am just about at the gym, going to crush an absolutely amazing back and biceps workout. This is the second last workout of, I think I mentioned before, I'm running the standard app from Chris Bumstead. We're doing the Legacy Olympia prep program, I think. And so this is phase 3, and this is the second last workout of it. And these workouts have been sick. They've been really good. So for like past, I don't know, however many years, I've really just been doing like push-pull legs with squat, bench, and deadlift, and then some accessories off the back of that. So actually focusing more on like bodybuilding style accessories, tempos, different rep schemes, all that stuff. It's been really good for my growth, really good for my body. And then now towards the end of this, we're starting to throw in more compounds because I miss them. Sometimes you just gotta go lift heavy shit. But yeah, gonna enjoy the shit out of this workout. Morning.
I've just got a very busy week.
Dude does not get old.
Breakfast of champions here. I've got my cinnamon raisin bagel, lathered in butter. I've got my protein shake. I have oatmeal, 2/3 of a cup, and I put that in and then blend it to turn it into kind of a flour so it mixes way nicer. I've got mixed berries in there. I've got a scoop of fiber, a scoop of glutamine with vitamin C in it, and then a scoop and a half of Isogold whey isolate, and then just water. And that's it. I usually put honey in, but I'm out of honey. Regardless, it tastes amazing. And now I'm gonna start my work day. I've got a pretty busy one. Have to do a release for a new update of one of our products, and then switching gears after that and switching on to more of a R&D project. So got a jam-packed day, but it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna crank through it, get everything in a really good spot, and then later tonight after supper, switching gears, and I have a bunch of school to tackle. So fun stuff, but we're getting through it. All right, so I am 3 and a bit hours into the workday today. It's actually been pretty fun. It's been annoying, but fun. So my computer did an automatic update last Friday, and basically whenever I'm like writing code,
at work, we have a virtual environment that we do all that in. It's a virtual development environment. And anyway, so that was running, and then when it did the automatic computer update, it ended up just like corrupting the image for that VM. And anyway, I had to like restart it completely, and then I have to go ahead and do like reinstall all the software I needed, reconfigure npm, my connection to our GitLab, all this stuff, and then I have to like pull down different Docker images. I have to pull down our production schema for the database, wipe it clean, like put that back into initialize the new database, just all this stuff. But it's actually been really fun, because when I first came on board, they just kind of like did it with me and like super quickly, and now going through and doing it all myself was pretty fun. So doing that, now I'm finally all set up and I can actually release the latest version of the application that I built. Well, I didn't build the application, I just made these latest updates anyway. So the release is a little bit delayed. It was supposed to go out on Friday, but we had these issues, so I'm releasing today. And then after that, switching gears to that other product. No, not switching gears. I just had a meeting. I was supposed to switch gears, and we switched plan on switching gears, and we're keeping gears, the same gears that they were before we decided to switch gears. Anyway, no gears, just coding. Yeah, today would be a great day for my swag glasses if they were ready. Just a day of, I had like that one meeting, don't really have much else, just straight coding. I'm pretty intrigued with what I'm doing right now. So I gotta have a pretty damn good flow score, and I really just wanna pop these on and start tracking that shit, but soon enough. I'm starving, it's lunchtime, let's do it. Oh, you see those sticky notes right here, all these guys? That is all that's left of my degree. That's every single deliverable that I have left for this semester. So once all those sticky notes are gone, done. So meal prep cheat code if you are extremely busy but still trying to get a lot of good calories in. I have a rice cooker, so I do up probably like 4 servings of rice at a time. And instead of using water, I use chicken broth as the main liquid for that. And so instead of adding salt and all that, it just has this nice salty chicken flavor. It's perfect. And then I grab a rotisserie chicken, because 4 chicken breasts right now at the store comes to like $23, which is insanity. And then you get this bad boy for like $12.99, and I don't have to cook it, and it tastes delicious. And then 1 can of kidney beans. I'm not gonna eat all this, but what I do is I put olive oil on it and salt, and I just cover it with paper towel, put it in the microwave for like 2-3 minutes, and then I'll add a certain amount to this when I do it up, and then I cover it all with Frank's. It's perfect. I also got a little food scale, so I can actually weigh things out and track my calories so I know what I'm getting in. There is the finished product. This is what I call a Frank plate. All right, done. Today was a long ass day. Work day. I made eye contact with you. All right, wrapping up work for the day. It is 7:39 o'clock. Dunzo. Yeah, let me turn this around. You see, someone is finally home and curled the F up on the couch. Matt Cozy. But yeah, I just took a second. I just like wrapped up the day. My work day was a lot busier than I thought it was gonna be. And then went a little longer actually, and then jumped into, what did I jump into? And did a little bit of work on a video I'm gonna release before this one. Just like got the video started, and then just dove into kind of like, whenever I'm like working on like a complex feature or something for like Sway or any project I'm working on, I like to work on it, like if it's not during like my work hours and stuff, I like to work on it at night. Like right before like the last thing when I'm gonna plan my day, I'll just look at it and basically like just see where I'm roadblocked or whatever, see what needs more brain power, and then I just pop that for my morning like deep work session where I have like
like focus music, all that shit, and I got my brain just like on my side. So went through, I did that, and then I also planned out my entire week because I was like starting to feel a little overwhelmed. I've got a lot of deliverables and a lot of different things scheduled that I got to balance and everything. So I've got that all laid out here, and I'm feeling pretty damn good. So I'm gonna curl up over there now. We're watching Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. It's an absolute banger. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the night with that and then get my ass to bed. So catch you in the next one.